Here's what we're looking for, our weather headlines today. We have that strong Arctic cold front beginning to move through the area, and that's going to bring us gusty winds of 25 to 30 miles per hour today, as well as freezing morning temperatures. Let's take a look at our morning forecast for now. We could see those lingering isolated showers and likely thunderstorms continuing on over the next few hours into the lunchtime hours. Temperatures already near 70 degrees starting by 8 a.m. Northwest winds around 8 miles per hour. Here's a look at our Futurecast just to give you an idea of how we could see these showers and most likely some thunderstorms moving through our area. A lot of them will be more coastal starting around the lunchtime hours. That's just how the front is placed over us right now. You can kind of see the angle of it here. This cloud coverage just kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking at here. It'll move through northwest Florida into the evening hours, and we clear out about 5, 6 o'clock. And then that front moves through, and then you can kind of see the wind change here. We're getting those northerly winds bring us that drier air. We're going to not have any cloud coverage over the next few days because of that, and then because of a high pressure system moving in later on this week as well. Forecast highs today. Lower 70s for the most part for the majority of us, and they'll be in the mid 70s closer to the coastline. We have 74 for a high in Gulf Shores, 76 in Navarre, 73 in Mobile, 70 in Fairhope, 72 in Atmore, 68 in Grove Hill, and 70 in Leakesville. Now look at our temperatures today. So we're not going to get much higher than the lower 70s, but once that front really starts to dominate through, look how quickly we drop in our temperatures. And this is just till 10 p.m. We're going to be at 50 degrees. It's going to continue to drop into the overnight hours, and with our forecast dew points, it's going to get extremely dry. So we're going to feel that muggy feel till about 10 a.m. Then we really start to dry out into the afternoon. We won't feel any lingering humidity, especially since we'll be in the 30s for that dew point. That's extremely dry. Our afternoon planner shows partly cloudy skies. Then once that front moves through, we're going to go back to sunny skies starting around 2 o'clock with temperatures staying in the lower 70s. We'll get to 68 degrees by 4 o'clock. Luckily, though, with everything we're tracking right now, we're not looking at anything to develop in the tropics over the next 7-day period. And here's that front moving through, bringing us all that strong Arctic air that's going to continue to push towards the east. And then on Tuesday, we start to see this high develop off to our west. That'll move in. That's why we're going to see those sunny skies and an increase in our temperatures later on this week as well. Here's the threshold for the cold weather criteria. The National Weather Service is hinting at probably issuing a freeze watch or warning later on in their next discussion that gets issued this afternoon. So here's that threshold here. Cold weather advisory could be issued if the temperatures and or wind chill is 20 degrees or lower for our more inland spots. That's that light blue shading here. And for our coastal areas, 25 degrees or lower. That's there in that more teal looking blue. As you can see, our temperature versus wind chill into the overnight hours tonight. Our wind chill is going to get into the mid 30s, 35 for a wind chill by 6 a.m. We'll have 35 for a temperature by 6 a.m. but a wind chill of 29. So that's how we interpret the temperature on our skin. It's almost like the feels like temperature when we have a heat index, but the wind chill is how we interpret that cold air on our skin. So here's a look at our wind gusts as we continue on through the day. You can see we're going to get near 30 miles per hour for that wind gust around 2 p.m. this evening. Into the evening hours, that'll continue on. Here's 8 o'clock. We'll see near 30 mile per hour wind gusts continuing on. This will likely continue into Monday as well, but slowly decreasing. Will be about 15 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts through our Monday. Here's a look at our first freeze of the season, though. We're going to be at a low of 30 on Tuesday. Keep in mind, that's for our Mobile spots, not also including that wind chill. More northern spots are probably going to be in the mid 20s for a low that night. And then on Wednesday, we're still going to be quite chilly with 39 for a low. And then once that high pressure system starts to dominate our area, we're going to go up in temperature and have lows in the mid 50s overall. But here's our forecast low specifically on Tuesday. This is going to be our coldest night of the week. Look at this. Mid 20s in our more northern spots. We see a 24 in Monroeville, 25 in Chatham, 30 in Mobile, 32 in Gulf Shores, 31 in Navarre, and then 26 degrees in Lucedale. So definitely going to want to prepare yourself, your friends, family, pets, plants, and your pipes going into this cold stretch we're about to have. So we'll have 73 degrees for a high today, but 50s on Monday and Tuesday because of that Arctic blast. Veterans Day is definitely going to be a chilly one with 30 for a morning low. Then that high starts to move in and our temperatures start to slowly increase. 77 for a high on Thursday, and the morning lows end up being in the 50s going into next weekend.